Absolutely everyone wants to know what the 7 characteristics of the 1% top women of this world are. And I'm about to share it with you. Number 1, and sounds a bit weird, light on lingerie. All the top 1% women follow this rule. If you are able to walk in a bikini on the beach while everyone is watching and feel comfortable in your skin, because if you feel uncomfortable and you feel like, oh, I need to hide this or hide that, then you know that there is something you need to work on. I don't mean you need to be shaped like this, and for sure there are also some parts of my body where I am not the most confident girl, but still I wouldn't care and I would do the confident beach walk. I hope you don't get personally offended by this. I'm here to tell you the honest truth, and it's important that you understand it's for your own good. Number 2, together to the top. 1+1. So important. And this is something that probably differentiates me from the rest of the feminists out there, because I am a feminist, and I will tell you later while I hate all the other feminists. But one thing that everyone else preaches here is you can be whole as one. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and maybe you don't believe in this, but says you are half, and when you get married you complete as one. And it's not just said, it's not just something, it's literally the energy exchange that we have. You have feminine and masculine energy within you, but it's not balanced unless you have a partner that really does the exchange, and this is how you complete as one. So what I mean with together to the top is, one thing I realized with all the feminists out there is they work so hard alone and focus on only themselves and consider a partner as distraction, that once they are at the top, they are depressed because it's a bit lonely if you don't have someone next to you to share all these big steps in your life, you know? Because if you follow that principle of the top 1 women in this world, you understand together to the top is the only thing that will work. Michelle Obama once said, and I don't know if this is true, but I love this anecdote because it's so powerful, that once they were driving around with Barack, and Barack was hungry. So they stopped by a restaurant in New York, and they entered this restaurant, and the waitress said, Michelle, someone in the kitchen would love to take a picture with you. She went back into the kitchen and found out that the owner of this restaurant is one of her ex-boyfriends. She went back to Barack and was telling him this. And then he said, wow, how beautiful life is. Imagine, just your life could have gone slightly different, and you would have ended up being the wife of this beautiful restaurant owner. And she said, no, Barack. If my life would have gone different, he would be the president of America and not you. And it's so powerful because, yeah, she made him there. The right partner can either make or break you. And that's something that even me in the past did not value as much as I am valuing it now. Number 3, follow your intuition. Your intuition is a connection with your inner self. And most of us already muted this connection. Why? Because society tells you to not follow your gut. Just to phrase it in other words, you don't trust your gut. You think when you have this ticklish feeling in your stomach when you're about to do something new, that your gut tries to tell you, don't do it, it's not good for you. You misinterpret your gut feeling so many times that things that your gut tells you to do it, you say no to them. A connection with your intuition is such a top characteristic, and I see that on all these really badass businesswomen, the women that hustle out there, and they do completely different businesses than all of us. If they sit with someone at the table and they just feel the energy, whatever that person says is gonna be a yes. Number 4, radical responsibility. Whatever you do right or wrong, own it. I follow the principle of radical responsibility for a couple of years, and it's not only because I'm the older sister in my family and you need to own a lot of things then. It's just because I understand that if I don't own it, it was not part of my life and I didn't live it actively. And I want to live actively, 100%. I want to live here, right now, and I am the moment. So you have to follow radical responsibility and own everything you do. If you don't believe that everything you do has an effect on your life afterwards, you will always think that not taking action is not going to be harmful for your life, but it is. Number 5, a yes comes on purpose. This is also another characteristic of the top 1% women in life. They can say no even if they're chilling at home in their robe and they have time, they don't have anything to do, and one of their best friends would invite them over for a yard or whatever event. If they don't feel like it, they would say no. I think a lot before I say yes to anything and anyone. Number 6, listen more than you speak. Oh, one of my favorite characteristics for the top 1% of women of this world. When I sit with them, they would just listen. And we can have a little experiment. Let's imagine this is a discussion. And we are, for instance, arguing about the term feminism. And I tell you, oh, I hate feminists out there for this and this reason. Whatever I would tell you, and if you are against this, for instance, you would already put your sentence in your mind together. You argue. What are you gonna say? Yeah, but da-da-da-da-da. No, but da-da-da-da-da. Without even listening fully to what I'm about to say, right? This happens so many times. Also think about it if you are arguing with your partner, that whenever your partner is saying something, you don't really listen what they say, you actually just answer, you just put the sentence together in your head and you just spit it out. This is why both parties always feel like, that my partner doesn't understand me. You're misunderstanding it. And that's so important. I have to train this myself. This is one characteristic that I need to learn myself, that when my partner speaks, I'm not thinking about the next argument that I'm gonna smash around his ears, that I am listening and thinking about what matters to him. If I want to answer, then I can. But the listening part should be way more. And now the final characteristic of the top 1% women in this world is mind your business. I mean it. All these women have different businesses. They don't only have one, and they don't only have one income stream. Most of them have 5, 7, 20, 25 income streams, and most of them are passive income. Because what these top 1% women mastered is focusing their energy on their family and making their business on the sides that nurtures everything around them. So what they do is they mind their business, meaning they don't take care of what their husband does or their friend's business or how they can work here or there. They're just creating an ecosystem of businesses that they only mind and don't share with anyone else. One of my personal top models is don't share anything unless it's done. And this is something they master. This is a real good habit. Don't share any milestone or anything with any person around you. You would never know their intention. And that has an effect on your business. So the less people know about your business, the less it can be destroyed. So I hope you enjoyed this video about the 7 characteristics of the top 1% women in this world. And I hope you subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below, and turn on your notifications.